little bit different this time, and well, they certainly have pretty new drafts from both of the sides this time coming around, and some very interesting picks, Andy.
Yeah, you don't really see Death Prophet a whole heck of a lot, but I think it's really good with the kind of lineup that they're running here. They have the Juggernaut Healing Ward for sustain. They got that Winter Wyvern. You're gonna have Exorcism for mid game. The panel was talking about how pushing is good against teams with Lich and Bane. Couldn't agree more. It's a very good way to just take map control, and that's what Vega are best at. If we watch like all 3 games they've played today, obviously third would be including this one, but every single game they always go for the 5-man. They have a mech carrier, they have somebody who can push, they fight as 5, and they just take map control away. This lineup is no exception. The only difference is, instead of having an offlaner that buys a mech, they have an offlaner that actually goes for Blink instead, and they'll just be fighting around Exorcism instead of fighting around a mech. And then they have Healing Ward to supplement the fact that they won't have the mechanism.
Well, Mag versus Bambo here.
Bambo, I don't
There's
think
going to be another crush in a minute. He's got the sticky napalm slower, so we'll hold back the slider. Just create the space, of course, for Pycat to waltz in, take himself the bounty room from the top.
So, question, how often have we seen Pycat play TA? Because out of all the heroes he plays, I think this might be the hero that I've seen him play the least. You know, because he's one of those guys who loves lane bullies, and TA is one of those heroes where I feel like you have to be playing it. And I'm not sure if that's within his wheelhouse. I mean, obviously he's a very skilled player, but we'll see how the matchup turns out.
I mean, I guess against the Death Prophet, at least until she hits that level 6, it should be alright for TA, surely.
Yeah, both heroes should farm. Yeah. That's usually how I see this going. Like, DP is going to spam Crypt Swarm, get her CS. Pycat with Refraction should be able to get his own CS fairly easily. And it's going to be hard for no one to actually deny the farm, but as it stands right now, first couple of waves, Pycat has yet to hit A.
Top lane, Mac taking a bit of harassment here, and there is a couple of stacks on him off this napalm. Still just level 1 though, but that might be enough here. Get the right click through now. Again, the crush from Mac holding back both the Bane and the Batrider, so he is going to be fine. I mean, these are not really top, but these have some very interesting lanes. I guess the Doom and the Lich a little bit more standard, but the fact that you are running this Bat as well in the safe lane.
Well, if you listen to what the panel were talking about, the necessity of Sexy Bambo having the Blink and the Force Staff available at an early point to make sure they can isolate that DP, these lanes actually allow you to get to that timing a little bit faster. So we could potentially see some jungle stacking going on. We're going to see Bambo have an easy safe lane, and his impact in this game is going to be imperative. If he doesn't find those solo pickoffs, if he doesn't pull that DP out and they're able to kill her right away, then I can very easily see Vega just doing a typical 5-man with Exorcism and just taking map control once again.
As mid lane, pretty much both heroes just playing right to the edge. No one. He's very close to having that bottle gold. And there we go. So he's going to have the bottle coming out now. He very much needs it. So does Pycat. Pycat, of course, has also got his just coming out now in the courier. So very well. The fact that it is 12 for 4 and 5 for 2 between these two mids. This is not great for Pycat, and especially if this kill comes through. It's an Invis rune on solo. Pycat. Oh, he's in. This is not great. Okay, he's got a melt. At least he's going to survive this. And Solo should be able to waltz this off, but this is not a pretty mid lane for the Pycat TA.
I don't think it should be this one-sided. Again, I just don't think it... I don't think I've seen Pycat play TA that much. I think that's really the issue here. And sometimes a pick can be great for the team, but if it's not great for the player, then you just can't pick it. And he needs to be comfortable on the hero, and I don't know if he is. Well, I guess we'll find out as the game kind of rolls out here, but apparently this isn't the first time Vega have played DP, but it is the second. And it looks like they actually...
had a pretty good game.
Yeah, they did very well against OG of all teams, so there you go.
I mean, I guess it totally makes sense. It's just when you're walking in with the Amplify and the Ghost, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, you actually explode. Yeah. And the thing is, this hero's kind of flown under the radar for a while. She's received multiple buffs. Her Exorcism got buffed, I think, 2 times back-to-back, to where now it's almost a completely linear scaling in terms of how many spirits you get. You have 8 at level 1, then you have 14, so that's 6 more, and then you have 21, which is 7 more. So it's very, very close in terms of power, whereas previously you needed to be 11 before Exorcism did anything at all. And that's not even including the extra spirits that you get from Witchcraft. So even at level 6, if you were to skill ulti, you would still be getting 12 spirits. A couple of patches ago, you would have had like 7 or 8, I think. It's a very, very big difference.
It certainly is, but still, well, 4 minutes in, no one to pull as of yet. And it is just this mid lane where there's the big difference. Anyway, it's double the CS nearly for this Death Prophet. Okay, he's going to look for the rune, but well, there's going to be a mag already there, and he's going to make sure that the TA does not get a hands on this one. In one lane, we haven't really talked about too much bottom lane. We are seeing a bit better farm on the Doom against this Jug, but I guess that's expected when you've got a Doom backed up by the Lich. I mean, this is one of those lanes that it's just not the dream to go against.
You can't really ever go on the Doom. That's the problem. Like, if you get the early point into Frost Armor, especially when you have a melee support and a melee core, chasing him down is impossible. Like, you're going to hit into the Ice Armor. You're not going to be able to chase him. Scorched Earth is going to heal, and he'll get the bonus movement speed from that. You're just not ever going to kill the Doom, unless you maybe rotate in the DP. But I don't think that's going to be the case, because there's not really a need to. They might not be doing great in terms of overall lanes, but I think their mid-game strategy is still going to be hard to fight into. But that's the one thing that 4CL do have going. If you look at the way the lanes are breaking down, TA is starting to catch up, so Pycat's recovering his lane. The Doom is out farming the Jug, and obviously the Batrider's free farming because, you know, it's safe lane back. So with that in mind, Sexy Bambo, we were looking at him to have a big impact after the Blink is purchased, and his Blink timing should be fairly fast.
It should be. I mean, once we do see the Blink come up on the Batrider, which kind of lane are you looking to go to first? Are you looking to do more against the Jug, or do you need to do something about the fact that this step profit?
I think you kill the DP in this game.
Go for the DP.
Yeah. Oh, Pycat.
Oh, he's got the meld here. Mag's coming in as well. Has got the...
They're just standing on him. Alright.
They have got the...
Are they flying in detection right now? What's on the courier?
No, okay, they're going for EGM. EGM came a little bit too close there with the Nightmare to hold back Mag. Now they're forcing him down as well. Mag should be able to get in range here for the Crush, but the Frost Armor, they might be alright here, Full Cloves, and maybe they can turn. No, they just get the slow onto Mag. Solo's come a little bit far around this tower, but he's moving pretty speedy, of course, at night time. And still, well, reaction from both sides on the mid lane there, but no one finding any blood.
Yeah, I think rotating without any detection is a little bit optimistic. And I knew he had
DD on this Night Stalker. Saxon says, I'm out of here. And he should just be able to make it. Yeah, good job he had a TP there. Very good job.
The early game is actually favoring 4CL, but when you have a Lich Dream lane...
I mean, Nikwa, he might be in trouble. Okay, but I mean, there's this DD Night Stalker that's just,
wait.
well, okay.
They had a ward.
They knew he was coming down there.
Yeah, they had a ward there. How did he die to that?
Of winter.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Oh, Nikwa's going to have a few seconds to mull that one over back at base. And mid lane. They're looking for more. Coming in for Pycat, but again with the meld. These melds saving him every time.
They still don't have detection. Alright, there we go. Now they purchase some sentries up on the Night Stalker, so I don't think the third time is going to work, is what we're getting at here. But delaying the ulti here on no one, pretty standard Death Prophet stuff. Most people don't skill ulti at level 6. You actually get it at like level 9 or 8, actually. But we haven't really seen what Vega's lineup is capable of as of yet. When we see the Exorcism popped and everyone kind of group up together, then I think that's where we're going to really start seeing the potency of their actual draft. Because 4CL should technically win their lanes with their heroes, right? Like TA, I feel, should at least go even with the DP in middle lane, which has pretty much been the case. Even though the first couple of waves Pycat was struggling, he's now fully caught up. And then bottom lane, Lich Doom should win against the lane that Vega have. And you can't really sit the Night Stalker there for too long, because you want to try to get some EXP. And then top is just a Slardar against a Batrider. And there we go.
That's your Blink.
His Blink timing, very fast, 7 minutes.
But he's got to make something happen with it. When you put these resources and making sure the pack gets it, add this decent timing. Yeah. But because it's Bambo, we can expect him to make the plays.
Like prior to the Exorcism coming out from the DP, that's like before the 5-man timing. So we really want to see something happen with this Blink, like right now. Like buy a smoke, TP somewhere to a tier 2, and then just go for a kill.
Still in the mid lane, 43 for 10 on this DP, 33 for 12 on the TA.
Their safe lane ward just faded. It just faded as he TP'd down here.
Okay, Pasha, he's going to get doomed up, lassoed up as well. He's going to try and walk it off. There's a Void Slow. Surely they can't keep Pasha alive now. Nico comes in close. Oh, are they actually going to keep him up? I think, is he going to survive? He is. The Doom's been lost. Oh, and Doom ends up dying. Okay. Alright, I mean that was extremely unfortunate for Four Clovers and very nicely responded to by Vega. I mean, they saved the Jug, who has 2 ults thrown down on him, and they get a kill off the back of it.
That is just painful, actually.
Oh, they're going to try and move it on to no one. The heals here from the Ghost. Going to put him in a final place, and Mag's actually coming in. Pycat's got to get out. He's got a haste. He's fine.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, it's trying to come back in here, Pycat. They're both incredibly low. Nico's turned up to the lane as well.
So the important thing to note for the last skirmish, obviously revealing the Blink Dagger, not getting a kill, that's a really big bummer for CL, but they did make the DP use her ultimate. So this hero has a very lengthy ultimate cooldown. It's 145 seconds at every rank. And typically when you pop that ulti, you want to be contesting a tower. To say that making a DP use her ulti defensively is a good thing is true. You don't want her to be able to walk up, pop Exorcism, and get free damage on a tower, because that's where Vega, their lineup starts to really come online. You get the tier 1s down, you abuse Night Stalker vision, you make it so 4CL feel very scared to do anything other than 5-man. And fighting into Exorcism, even with Doom, is very hard. So say you Doom the DP before she gets her ulti off, then of course the fight is probably going to favor you. But if he gets Exorcism off, you can no longer Doom that hero. It's just a waste. Because you're still going to take a ton of damage, and then you also have Winter Wyvern to throw Cold Embrace on, which we saw showcased already. So it's just about how 4CL can start the fights, and how much Vega can utilize their Death Prophet.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Death Prophet now, and they've got some very nice stacks here for no one. Hey, look at this camp he's cleaning up, and then the one just towards the south. That's a lot of gold that's going to be going the way of this DP, and keeping her very much at the top of the net worth board. So things... Oh, Silence, got to be a bit careful. But yeah, so far, once again here in Game 2, Vega certainly seeming to be the stronger force, at least in this earlier stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually... The laning phase for 4CL went very well, for sure. It's just now the timing is very near for Vega. Like, especially once no one hits 11. That's the real point where the Exorcism starts to become way too hard to engage into. And the thing is, Ice Armor is useful to a certain degree against Exorcism, but it's not like he's going to get slowed or anything. So if you're in the fight, you're taking a tremendous amount of damage. And we're just waiting for Bambo to get to his next item, I guess. If he can get that force around minute like 13, 14, and then they can start isolating heroes, that's really going to be when 4CL can turn things in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. 1k gold on him at the moment. Still a bit of a way to go. I guess one of the things that isn't working out too perfectly is the fact that Pasha, he's not we're certainly not at the top of the board on this Juggernaut. Still got a bit of a way to go. How's that Omni Slash? So anyone other than this Doom can't really come into this lane. Nico's still feeling confident enough to stick around for the farm or the levels. Level 7 at the moment on him. It's like he's going to be building towards the drums there with that bracer. We might see a bit of action going on down bottom. I did have the TA come towards this, but I don't know if Pikeout really wants to try and fight. Vega certainly do. Look how many of them are here. Look at the slows down to Nico. He's trying to walk it off with the Scorch Stealth. The trap slows by him sometime. The Doom stopping the Omni Slash, but Mac goes in. Can't quite get the crush. Now the Chain Frost. There's the turn. They get the last off to no one. That's going to be one kill for the side of 4 Clovers. And they may be ready to look for more. Mag stuck in the tree line. They should be able to find this one out. And this could be the fight that 4 Clovers were hoping for. Mag stuck. He's trapped up between EGM and Bambo. It's going to be a second death for the side of Vega. And we were saying how Vega were turning up in full force. Well, 4 Clovers, they were very much ready to answer them and turn it straight around.
That was the absolute perfect way to start a fight for 4CL. They get a Doom on the Jug prior to Spinner Omni being used. No one pops his ulti, and he's standing in the front of the fight. Like,
Bambo.
in the wide open, no protection.
Look at this blink in. He's going crazy. He needs to remember the fact that there is this Omni Slash still available on Pasha. Well, Shome tried to go for the TP out, but the cancel was there from Bambo. And picking themselves up a third kill.
That was so huge for 4CL. Like, they needed that so badly. I think they were just a little bit overconfident with the Exorcism out and just underestimating the amount of damage that 4CL could do to him. Because as soon as they showed that the DP was out in front, and they knew that there was no way that Vega were going to be able to protect him, the Winter Wyvern wasn't close, they just blow him up. They throw a Chain Frost, they lasso him, like everything just dropped right into the DP and she just explodes.
Oh, we can see another fight here. Vega, they're coming in, they've got the Omni Slash, he's trying to look for something to go on, and he goes for the Saxon Lich. He'll take down one, now Blade going forward, trying to get EGM, the Amplifier's on him as well as they close in onto the Bane. Can he get himself out of this one? Use the brain tap, but the crush is there. EGM in trouble as Pasha looking for the right clips, but EGM gets the Beast Grip off. EGM doesn't live though. They will be able to bring him down there with the Death Prophet. They'll get the silent sound to Nico, but Nico's chasing for more, looking for Mag. The crush will come out. They're trying to control it, but the level death is there. Nico finds himself a kill on Slaughter. Looks for the TP out. The damage is too much from the side of Vega. And this time it is 4 Clovers coming out on the bottom of this fight. And Bambo, well, he's still here down in the lane. He should be fine. He has got that blink hand and TP. But Vega showing 4 Clovers that they can hit back just as hard.
Overstaying just a tiny bit for 4CL. They did get the tower, and getting the kill actually on the Wyvern too. So, I mean, at the end...
they're going to get more as well. Moving in. Chain Frost comes out. The bounces are relatively nice.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. There's a Winter's Curse. Just drops straight down onto EGM. And now with the silence as well before EGM can get anything out. But he has got his Shadow Amulet just keeping him alive here. There's the silence. No one needs to move forward with one more. Oh, gee.
That was close.
Whew. All right. He will live. But Lich, of course, wasn't as fortunate to do so. So just as when Four Clovers started to turn it up on the bottom lane, Vega, they're certainly trying to meet the tempo.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing here is Vega actually were able to get some kills after they pretty much got owned bottom, right? The first engagement, they lost 2 heroes, lost the tower. If they weren't able to get anything off of that, I think they would have been in a much worse position, but they were able to find a handful of kills. Not actually able to kill any towers yet, so the people who draw first blood in the tower category are 4CL.
Okay. Four Clovers. They're ready to
I'm
go.
liking this aggression.
This is what you got to do against Vega, surely. You just got to kind of try and beat them at their own game.
It's like what I was saying is you want to make the DP ulti in a defensive manner. Like that's usually the best way to make a DP ult, so that way they're not just getting free tower damage.
Okay, I mean here we go. Four Clovers. They're going to try and beat Vega at their own game, but Vega they're pretty damn good at it. And if this fight kicks off, Vega they have got a lot of heroes around. Bambo, he's going to blink himself away. EGM is still sitting here. I mean if Vega come around this corner. He's got the Shadow Amulet, okay, so he should, yeah, they're not going to spot him out, so he's just going to chill. And, well, he's going to be okay, but he's not going to be able to do anything with his position, EGM. Too many heroes around on the side of Vega. Tied in, chilling in the trees. And Vega, might look to try and group up and force a fight here, bottom. Got the Exorcism, ready to push and ready to fight. And here we go, straight up from no one, looking to take the tower. Bambo will go in though with the lasso, bringing no one straight back in. They'll drop the Doom as well here. Can they bring him down? But the Golden Brace is there. He might be alright, he might be able to live in time. Winter's Curse comes out, no. They will take down no one, so that's the first casualty of this fight. They can only Shoma as well on the Wyvern, and then the Fiend's Grip now coming out from EGM onto Mag. That's a second, that's a third, that's a 4. 4 heroes down on the side of Vega. Really good fight there from Four Clovers. Only Pashy getting himself away on the Juggernaut. And again, we talked about how big Bambo's lassos need to be, and we saw exactly the lasso that they needed to find them.
That was a really, really good engagement. And I like the fact that they actually used a Doom there, because they just wanted to do it for damage.
Yes.
Like, it's not a Doom to disable, it's a Doom just to kill the hero as fast as humanly possible. And they did just that. Like, they blew him up 2 times in a row.
And they're going to get Roshan off the back of it as well. They're massive for Four Clovers.
I mean, I wanted to talk about the last fight, like not the one we just saw, but the fact that they get that first good engagement, it puts Bambo in range of Force Staff. So without Force Staff, he's not able to make that play. So that first fight that happened in the bottom lane was so crucial because it gets him to a point where he's starting to be able to isolate the DP now. He doesn't need his team to help him out anymore. He can pull him so far away that even with the help of a Cold Embrace, it's not enough to keep no one alive. And until the until Mag Sardar has blinked, they're not able to help him. Like, no one can close the distance that fast yet. So there's this timing where 4CL had the advantage in being able to pull that hero out of position and just kill it.
This is certainly looking a lot better for Four Clovers in the game one. 8-6 at the moment, and 2 heroes at the top of the net worth, both on the side of Four Clovers. And this is a game, we've got to remember that Pycat, he did not have a great time mid. And now he's top of the board, 7.5k net worth, and Desolator complete on top of the treads. And he's holding an Aegis, so he is very much ready for the fights that Vega have been looking for.
Yeah, I'm really kind of wondering right now if the Yule's choice from no one was actually the best for this game. I think the only way you die is if you get lassoed, and there's not many games where I would say this, but I actually think like first item Lincoln's might have been like the best thing he could buy. Because normally you do one of 2 things. You build Yules for spam ability, and just making sure that you can keep farming, right? Which is obviously why you buy in this case, and having it as a defensive tool, Yules yourself while your spirits are out, does a lot of damage. Like, there are a lot of benefits to this item. But if the only way you can die is if you get lassoed, I think Lincoln's is like a must-buy in this game.
Now we'll see what he goes for next. As well, mid lane, Pasha still trying to catch up on the farm. It is very close across the board. I mean, it is just 1.5 behind that Pycat TA at the top. So by no means a huge amount behind. Certainly a gap they're going to want to close. Bits of travel now done on Bambo as well. So he's going to be ready with every fight. And they're actually smoking up now. Bambo EGM ready to follow through with Nikwa. They'd love to find Pasha. It's a big kill if they can. Straight in. They'll get the last off. Blade Fury was off in time. The feed script's coming out though from EGM. Everything being thrown down.
Okay.
They want the kill. They get the kill. They're not messing around here, Four Clovers.
It's okay though. I mean, it's actually okay to drop everything on Pasha there, because if they don't have every hero together, Vega's lineup just doesn't really feel that threatening right now. If the DP is dead, your damage output is negligible at best, because Exorcism is being heavily relied upon right now to carry them throughout the mid game. And every time you take out a hero, it makes that 5-man just non-existent. So for CL, able to pressure the tier 1 here after getting a very nice pick.
Let's see if Vega are able to do anything to stop it. Trying to move in, but Pycat sitting there with a refraction. Smacking away the tower, and okay, no one actually gets forced back there by Bambo. I think he's trying to force him into a favorable position to fight from. Winter's Curse comes out, but Bambo's fine. The Glimmer Cape there, the meld! Blowing up Mag, he just disappears off the map. The Ghost doing a lot to Pycat, he's trying to walk this off. He should be alright, just at the back of his team. The Ghost can't quite reach him now, the Chain Frost being thrown in by Saxa. They'll get the trap slow, looking to moving on to no one. Bambo's there as well. They're converging in on this one, Four Clovers, but the Omni Slash comes out. It's not enough from Pasha to get themselves any kills. Blade Fury's there, but Vega, they're just falling apart. They can't quite find the opening to go into this one. And they'll lose the Slardar, and they just don't find anything in return. And Four Clovers, they're still happy sticking around.
4CL can even back up here if they want. Like, they can continue pushing, because I guess Lasso's back on cooldown. And with DP ulti being down, this is the time. Like, 4CL have full momentum right now in this game. I gotta hand it to Bambo, man. Like, when his team needs him, he just comes in the pinch, like, every single time. We talked about how he needed to have a great game. To give him the safe lane, he gets a blink at 7 minutes in. First Lasso wasn't great, but the second and third ones did so much damage.
Yeah. Absolutely. This is definitely Four Clovers in their element at the moment. Blink Dagger now and Pycat. We've already seen how much, how quickly he can burst down some of the squishier heroes. And now he's going to be able to find himself in the position to do so much more often. And it just feels like, you look at the two cores and...
Top lane.
Okay, let's have a look what's going on here. Mag's being caught out by the lasso, drops the crush, but the fire's already down. Another kill, and as you can hear, a lot of Four Clovers fans in the audience.
Well, I think you can just take every Ender 2 tower right now, right? Like, pretty easily. And I apologize, I couldn't actually hear a word you said because of the CS.
It's all the Bambo fans.
It
I
is,
mean,
it really
they've
is.
turned up today.
Bambo Dota.
Bambo. Well,
Sometimes you just cheer ridiculously loud.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to take anything away from Nip are playing right now, so home crowd. It happens.
And Pycat. He's going to look to take this tier 2, and he might just get it. He's got backup behind him. EGM's there, and it does have a Fiend's Grip if Vega try and fight into this one, but I think Vega are just going to have to let this one go. They don't really feel strong enough to fight. We've seen them try it before. They used it, even using the Exorcism, they just can't seem to come out on top of the moment. They need something else, something that allows them to just find that pick off beforehand. We've seen Four Clovers do it themselves. Just each and every fight, finding someone like the joke before, and then fighting into 4 rather than 5. And it kind of feels like Vega, they kind of need to take a bit, a page out of the book of Four Clovers and do that themselves before fighting as a team.
The difference is, though, like 4CL have the pick potential.
Yes.
What hero on Vega can actually go for a pick? That's the big thing. Like, their lineup is not built to be able to stop.
Oh, Bambo, look at him on this top lane. He went straight into the tier 3 with the lasso. And again, I mean, this is the combo.
Yeah, it really is. The amount of bursts that they have at this stage in the game is insane. Like, during the draft, Peter was saying that he really liked TA because it's that one hero who can just really destroy the DP. And when you're playing from behind as Death Prophet against a TA...
And if they could get Pasha here with the Fiend Script, Pasha extremely far into enemy territory, and he's going to get punished for that. Very, very deep on the dire side of the map, and that's the jug down for 40 seconds.
I think we could be seeing a third game hero one.
This is Four Clovers playing certainly a very different Dota to what they brought to game 1.
Vega's game plan has just not really come to fruition at any stage. I mean, the tier 1 safe lane, tier 1 mid are still standing at 23 minutes as a lineup that has Juggernaut and Death Prophet. Like, if I saw this draft and I saw Vega versus 4CL, I'd say that Vega very easily could have snowballed, played their 5-man Dota, and just straight up just face rolled it, you know? This is the kind of lineup that they usually run very well. And even though this is the only time, other than, I guess, one other game in this patch that they've decided to run DP, I still thought it was actually a very solid pick. It's just that 4CL are finding the plays. They're getting the pickoffs on the most important heroes, and they're just stopping Vega from ever getting their death ball going.
Bam, look at this top lane. He is very much ready to go here. Sherma, how far is he going to come out? And I think the answer is too far. Straight in with the lasso. He'll take what he can get. Bambo, more kills for the tally. Cold Embrace is not going to save you here from the fire from the Batrider. And a mega kill streak now for this Bat. Bambo. It's working very nicely for Four Clovers, and well, Four Clovers aren't done. There's a Nightmare onto no one. They don't have the Fiend's Grip, but they do have a Pie Cap. Okay. I mean, this couldn't be going any better for Four Clovers at this point. They seem to be just winning every single engagement that they jump into.
Yeah, the way that they're controlling the map is actually very impressive, considering the team that they're doing it against, right? Like, Vega are certainly no pushovers. And this Blink Dagger from Mag, 24 minutes. This is an extremely late Blink Dagger, even by offlane standards.
And here we have it, tier 3 push coming in from the side of Four Clovers. 25 seconds until Death Prophet's back up. Does have a buyback. Looks like Four Clovers aren't going to force the issue though. It's going to be their turn to play disciplined.
Like, you don't need to try to go end the game right now. You know Roshan's going to be up in like a minute or two. You can just go take that, get an Aegis up on your TA potentially. Just go try to see Tiger on that way. I mean, this lineup from 4CL, it's a very skill-oriented lineup, right? Like, you have to find the picks, you have to control the laning phase, control the early game, and never really let up the pressure. But when you get to this point, and your TA is just so built, like as a mid lane hero, she is one of the best in terms of carry potential in a late game. And her physical DPS output is also something that is insane. And you can just get free Roshan after free Roshan as long as you're controlling the map. And this is the first time we've seen Vega today not in control.
Alright, here we go. Vega, they're trying to do their best here to regain it. Look at the push on the mid lane. Fortification coming out, of course, from Four Clovers, and we may even see them try and fight, but Mag's there with a blink. Straight onto Bambo. Bambo gets himself forced away, and he might be able to get forces again. He's going to be fine. Gets himself back up to the high ground. Saxa was looking for an opening there to get the Chain Frost in, but now they've found him and moving in with the Exorcism. Saxa will melt. So if they can find themselves the Lich, now let's turn their attentions back towards the tier 1. We'll be able to find it. Just illusions here moving around from the TA. So if they could get themselves the tower. Roshan, unfortunately for the side, isn't quite up and won't be for just about another minute. That could have been a big turning point if Vega were lucky with the timing there. But we'll see a smoke up now from Four Clovers. They haven't got the Lich, but we're seeing how much they can do just as a 4-man. And Vega have got to get themselves out. Four Clovers know they're fighting into a team that doesn't have Exorcism, and that's the go time for the Mandy.
Yeah, I mean, the big purchases, especially for this team now. Ghost Scepter, Exorcism down, here we go.
Straight up with the lasso onto Passion. There'll be a Winter's Curse onto Niqua, and in fact they do get off the Omnislash with the refractions there. That's your Juggernaut down, and now Four Clovers are just looking to try and clean up. They're moving in, Brain Sap onto Shoma. There's the Doom drop down onto Solo. Be kept alive for a bit by the Cold Embrace, but almost certainly still go down. The TA trap slow onto now, and GG's cool. It's too much for the side of Vega, and Four Clovers having quite a spectacular game 2 after their game 1 performance.
The first couple of really big fights actually just set the tone for the entire game. Like that 8-minute Blink Dagger. I mean, Vega even knew it was up because the first lasso they put on Pasha, and they also doomed him as well, and he still didn't die. So they already knew the Blink was on the field. And then no one walks into lane bottom when they were trying to push in as 5. Opens himself up to get lassoed, dragged into the tower, dies. They managed to do it a second time because Bambo gets a very early Force Staff because of that kill. Like that whole engagement just set him up to have